Hello everyone, welcome back to my Sitecode Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence, your go-to channel for all the things in Sitecode, .NET and anything related to DXP. In today, we are going to deep dive into Frontend Developer Course video series which covers React, Next.js and JavaScript Fundamentals. In this series, we have already finished section 1 where we have focused on CSS, HTML and VS and setting up the environment for front-end development. Now from today onwards we are starting section 2 which will be focusing on JavaScript and jQuery. So what we are going to cover in this series, we will start with introduction of JavaScript with some history of JavaScript. Then we will go into the course of fundamentals of JavaScript and jQuery. We will see what are the things which is required or essential for jQuery. Then we will have a live example where we will utilize JavaScript and jQuery. And at the end we will have some few interview questions where we'll try to answer few interview questions, and we will also have a small quiz. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel and click on notification bell. There are some videos which are exclusive for our channel members, so if you want complete access to the content, then do click on that join button also and join our community. So today we will start with JavaScript introduction and history. So let's start. Alright, let's kick off this section with a quick introduction to JavaScript. JavaScript is known as the language of the web, and for good reasons. It powers interactivity and dynamic behavior on website, which means everything from button clicks, from validations, animations to real-time updates, all of that is handled by JavaScript. It essentially brings website to life and going far beyond just a static text and style content. Now let's quickly understand the role of the key technologies in web development. HTML is the backbone. It provides the structure of your web page, like headings, paragraphs and the overall layout. CSS is all about looks. It adds styling such as colors, fonts and positioning to make your site visually appealing. And finally, JavaScript. JavaScript adds the brain. It introduces behavior and logic. Things like user interactions, form validations, dynamic content updates and many more. In short, HTML structures it, CSS styles it and JavaScript make it work. So let's now deep dive into and explore how JavaScript came into existence and how it has evolved over time. Now that we know what JavaScript is and why it's important, let's quickly walk through its evolution over the years. It's all started in 1995. JavaScript was created in just 10 days by Brendan Eich at Netscape. It was first called Mocha, then LiveScript, and finally it became JavaScript. In 1997 to 1999, JavaScript was officially standardized as ECMA script by ECMA International. The version ES3 in 1999 became the first widely adopted version. Moving into early 2000, the rise of Ajax changed everything. It allowed asynchronous data loading, making web applications like Gmail smoother and more interactive. This was the beginning of what we called Web 2.0 a shift to dynamic user-friendly experiences. Between 2009 and 2015, JavaScript entered a major phase of evolution. Node.js was introduced in 2009, which allowed JavaScript to run outside the browser, opening doors for server-side development here. Then come ES6 in 2015, which brought massive upgrades to the language like let, constant, arrow, functions, classes, and modules. From 2016 to present, JavaScript has been continuous evaluation. We now get ECMA scripts updates every year. Features like async, await, optional chaining, and ES modules have made it cleaner, more powerful, and more elegant. Today, JavaScript is at heart of modern development. It powers front-end frameworks like React, Vue, and Angular. It also runs the backend using Node.js and tools like Express. In short, JavaScript has gone from 10 days prototype to a backbone of the modern web, and its journey is still ongoing. Let's now talk about jQuery, one of the most popular libraries ever created for JavaScript. So jQuery is a lightweight open source JavaScript library designed to make coding easier and faster. Its goal to simplify tasks like selecting and manipulating the HTML elements, that is DOM, then handling events, making AJAX requests, creating animations. It becomes super popular because of its simple motto, write less, do more. Now let's take a look at how vanilla JavaScript compares with jQuery across some of the key features. If we talk about the type, vanilla JavaScript or a vanilla JavaScript is full-fledged programming language, whereas jQuery is a JavaScript library built on top of it. If we talk about syntax, vanilla instance is more verbose and manual compared to jQuery. jQuery is concise and often chainable. When you talk about DOM manipulations, vanilla JS requires manual traversal, whereas jQuery is a bit simplified with intuitive selectors. If we talk about the cross-browser issues, vanilla JS, the cross-browser issues developer must handle, whereas jQuery, in the jQuery it is abstracted and handled internally. When you talk about the learning curve, vanilla JS, as it is a full-fledged language, it's stiffer for beginners compared to jQuery. Of course, to compare to jQuery, it is a bit stiffer for beginners, whereas jQuery is easy to grasp for a quick prototyping. In summary, jQuery doesn't replace JavaScript, but it makes many common tasks easier, especially for beginners or when building a quick demos or prototypes. We will stop here for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who is also starting their front-end journey. If you got any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I will read it and I will try to reply it as many as I can. Subscribe to my Sitecode Diaries for more videos in this course, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you want to have access to exclusive videos, hit the join button and become a channel member today. This is Jitendra Ganekar. Let's keep learning, building and growing together in the world of development. See you in the next video.